And also, a genocide is not a war.
Well, a genocide can be a war, but...
Absolutely not.
Look,
Bro, forget about 4,000 years ago. Jordan Peterson doesn't have any problem with genocide. Even today, he's very pro-genocide. Did you forget when he said enough is enough, talking about the Palestinians, give them hell? Thousands of children getting killed every single day today. He's happy with that. He has no problem. His best friend is Benjamin Netanyahu. Look at this. He's a disgusting human being. I do not think that the ones who are going to end his career are a bunch of little atheist boys.
So do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
what do you mean by believe?
Do you think it to be true?
That's the circular definition. What do you mean
How
when
is
you
that
say you
circular?
believe?
How is that circular?
Because you added no content to the answer by substituting the word true and believe.
I used to be one of the biggest fans of Jordan Peterson back in the day when he started his career. And I really mean a big fan because I had all his books. I used to watch his videos, his lectures, up until he became crazy and he lost his mind. And you all know what I'm talking about. So I didn't watch any of his work since long time ago until lately, where a lot of clips and videos went viral. Watch this.
Why are you asking me that?
Because you're a Christian.
You say that. I haven't claimed that.
Oh, what is this? Is this Christians versus atheists?
I don't know.
You don't know where you are right now.
Don't be a smartass.
Well,
and I mean
either
it,
you're a
'cause I
Christian
won't
or you're
talk to
not.
you if you're a smartass.
Oh, either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
I could be either of them, but I don't have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. I was under the impression
private.
I was invited to talk to a Christian. Am I not talking to a Christian?
No, you were invited to.
I think everyone should look at the title of the YouTube channel. You're probably in the wrong YouTube video.
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. But you're really quite nothing.
Make no mistake, Jordan Peterson is actually a Christian. He admitted that himself, even though he seems embarrassed every time people ask him about his belief and if he actually believes in the religion of Christianity and in the Bible and everything. He does not want to admit that directly. That's why he's like, what do you mean by believe? What do you mean by what is true? Check this out.
If I went back in time with a Panasonic video camera and put that camera in front of the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, would the little LCD screen show a man walk out of that tomb?
I would suspect yes.
So you believe that Jesus was
God?
God?
Yeah. I think if you understand what that means, that it's indisputable.
His tactic is not something new. I had debated some Christians and I watch a lot of debates, you know, like those small debates on YouTube and TikTok where a bunch of Muslims and Christians and atheists get together and they debate stuff. A lot of Christians have this thing in common. When it comes to their belief, they kind of want to not mention what denomination they are, what religion, you know, even though it's clear in their profile picture, there's a huge picture of Jesus, you know, holding a lamb or whatever. It's clear that they are Christian, but they don't want to admit what they believe in. I think the cause of that is as soon as you identify as Christian, you have this burden to explain yourself, to defend your religion, to defend all those problematic verses in the Old Testament about, you know, genocide and rape and killings and all those immoral things. Yet at the same time, they believe that Christianity is like the religion of love and, you know, justice and all that stuff. But there is that contradiction there. So they don't want that burden. So they want to attack other religions. They want to have debates about what you believe, but they don't want any pushback. And that's what we see Dr. Jordan Peterson doing here. He wants to have this whole conversation about everybody's beliefs, but if anyone tries to push back, it's going to be, what do you mean by belief? What do you mean by the truth? What do you mean by this and that? Are you really willing to die for it's just nonsense. It's just semantic games to look smart or whatever. It does not work anymore. It never worked. It never worked.
You think that there's ever such a thing as a righteous war?
I'm skeptical. I'm not sure. It would probably be situational.
Well, right, fair enough.
But this one
people...
certainly wasn't a just war. The context for the Amalekite slaughter is that 400 years earlier, they fought one battle, which they lost, and God says, that's it, I'm going to wipe them off the face of the goddamn earth. And then 400 years later, he commands the Israelites to genocide their great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. That's not a just war at all. And also, a genocide is not a war.
Well, a genocide can be a war, but
Absolutely not.
Look.
The genociding of the Amalekites, the men, the women, and the infants, that's not a war. The infants aren't combatants.
look, I already said that it's very difficult to look at the blood-soaked past and to know exactly what to do about it.
Bro, forget about 4,000 years ago. Jordan Peterson doesn't have any problem with genocide, even today. He's very pro-genocide. Do you see his social media? Did you forget when he said enough is enough, talking about the Palestinians, give them hell? Thousands of children getting killed every single day today. He's happy with that. He has no problem. His best friend is Benjamin Netanyahu. Look at this. He's a disgusting human being. What are you talking about? Genocide in the Bible 4,000 years ago, commanded by God to Moses. He has no problem with that. There was actually the same reason he blocked me on Twitter when he posted that famous tweet, give them hell, about talking about the Palestinians, again, massacring and killing all the Palestinians. And then the next day, he tweeted something about the Abrahamic Accords, that we should all have peace and, respect each other, and we should live in harmony, between all the Abrahamic religions and stuff like that. What I said was, dude, you just said give them hell yesterday, and today you're talking about peace and justice and love. So I think I called him a hypocrite because of that. And then next thing you know, he blocked me. And after that time, we all know what happened to him. He went fully crazy and he went fully genocidal, and he sided with the Zionists and all that. We all know what happened. But that should be a lesson for me and for all of us. Never idolize anyone. Never look up to people, because they all could make mistakes. They all could, lose their minds. I never idolized them, anything like that. But, I listen to him. I listen to everybody. But here's the thing. Don't just follow anyone just because he's somebody. Just because he's a famous professor. Just because he's a whatever he is. And the same thing with celebrities. I see a lot of people worship celebrities today, which is just cringe and just, ridiculous. Be the master of your own. Be the master of your mind. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
But you're really quite nothing. But you're really quite nothing. But you're really quite nothing.